A 17-year-old is dead after police were involved in a shooting last night in Aurora. Chiasson is at that scene for us today. Ali, we're hearing from the province's Special Investigations Unit and from area residents. What are they telling you?
Well, Dwight, a lot of this is still really just settling in for the people who live around here. It's still very early in the investigation, and sort of everybody's trying to make sense of exactly what happened. But I can tell you what we do know, that someone on this street called the cops at around 8 o'clock last night to report a break and enter in progress. Neighbors tell me that the cops arrived shortly after, and it wasn't long after that that there was an exchange of gunfire. And we have a clip of what exactly that sounded like from a neighbor's doorbell camera. Listen. So the SIU and the police both confirm here that a 17-year-old boy, the alleged break-and-enter suspect, died in that exchange. So they allege that that suspect, the 17-year-old boy, shot at the cops. The cops sustained only minor injuries, a couple of them. Meanwhile, of course, as we've come to learn, that the 17-year-old boy died here. Have a listen to what the neighbors described seeing and hearing.
I was in my house about 20 minutes earlier, was outside and came in. We heard 3 bangs outside that my mother immediately thought was gunshot. My father and I were like, there's no way that could possibly happen here. We've lived our entire lives. And we went to go open the front door and saw police cars outside. So we closed the door immediately and went upstairs. We were looking out the window briefly, and after those 3 bangs, I personally did not hear anything after that for a little bit until I saw cops outside. I heard more gunshots from up the street echoing somewhere, and then cops had pulled out guns and started shooting. It was quite loud, echoing everywhere. We heard gunshots for quite a little bit. Probably around like 5 minutes-ish of time, and then I started to see stretchers get pulled out, and a body was taken away.
We saw on our doorbell cops kind of banging at the door, cops and a SWAT team, and we were scared, obviously. Kind of asked them through the doorbell what was happening. They wouldn't give us any information, just asked us if we were home or if anyone was in the home that shouldn't be, which we didn't know of anything. I thought someone broke into my own house, but it doesn't sound like that's happened, but there was definitely some damage done to our house, and there was a gun on our driveway.
There's 4 bullet holes in my work truck. There's one in the soffit of our front porch. Yeah.
And that's all we know of, at least for now.
So the shooting happened right outside of the home of that last couple you heard from there, and they shared a photo of the gun they found in their driveway. Now, it's believed that this is the gun that the 17-year-old boy had at the time. Now, it's still very early in this investigation, and there's a lot that we don't know about the 17-year-olds who died here. The SIU isn't releasing much information about them, including whether the boy himself lived on this street. We did ask the SIU about that. Have a listen.
At this early stage of the investigation, we will not be releasing that information. We have a number of witnesses to keep interviewing. So some witnesses have been interviewed. We need to interview some more. And we'd like to hear from them what they saw, what they heard, and what they know before we release any other information.
Still, obviously, a very active scene here on this really quiet residential street in Aurora. So the Special Investigations Unit is on scene. You heard from the representative there. They get called in anytime there's a police interaction with a civilian where there's injuries that occur, or, of course, in this case, a 17-year-old boy was shot and killed. So the appeal is still out there for any information, any witnesses. The police are out here door knocking on some of the homes around here to collect what they can to piece this all together. Dwight.
A lot of new info in this update. Thank you, Ali. Ali Chiasson up in Aurora.